Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing Aquaman issue number 4. Take a look at this comic cover right here. Now, where we last left off on Aquaman, we found out these creatures from the deep, from the trench, are taking humans and other animals back with them to their home, back to the deep, or the trench, or wherever we're going to call where they come from. So, what does Aquaman and Mera decide to do? They decide to go after them, which basically leads us to issue number 4. Issue number 4's main theme is finding, rescuing, and fighting. Aquaman and Mera find the victims, they have to rescue the victims, and they have to fight the demons of the trench. But we find out more about these demons, these monsters, these really weird creatures. We find out that there is a reason why they're bringing food back with them. There is a big reason why they're bringing food back with them. This is also the end of the story arc, so this kind of wraps up what's happening with the first story arc of Aquaman, and we find out that this story arc is a little bit more about Aquaman the character rather than the story itself. And we get a little bit of a lead into what the next story is going to be about. So, with that said, so very quickly, because I don't want to reveal too much of what goes on, let's get into the good, the bad, and whether or not you should get it. Good. Well, the story wraps up, for the most part, in a nice, neat package. It's a 4-issue story arc, so we had enough time to kind of explore the story and to get a good look at the story, but we didn't have to get too in-depth. Which is fine, because if you think about it, there wasn't too much you could have done with the story by making it go in-depth. It's basically a monster story with Aquaman having to fight those monsters. What you have to do is you have to look past the story with the monsters and look at this being an analysis of Aquaman itself, which kind of comes full circle in that, you know, not many people take Aquaman seriously and Aquaman is not cool, but he proves he's cool in this and people start to take him seriously, and he also starts to find himself in a better place here. I think the ending with this, with the little kid and with Mera, was a very nice ending, and on a whole, it was a good analysis of Aquaman as a character. In addition to that, the action in this is really cool. Aquaman and Mera taking on the monsters of the deep, and Aquaman having to do what needs to be done to take them out. Very nice action, very well paced, and it was a pretty well paced comic. Which is interesting because Jeff Johns has interesting pacing. He does a lot of build up, and then he kind of has a not so good climactic ending. This was fairly well placed and paced. I said placed. Paced comic, and the story worked well for what it was. Bad. I can't really think of too much bad about this, only that the ending is a little cliche, and how it was resolved was a little cliche too. I would have liked something a little bit different, and I'm getting a feeling that this could actually be the end of the Monsters of the Deep. I found them to be actually cool monsters and cool villains for Aquaman, and I would like to see more of them. Maybe them evolve, or maybe them taking on a different angle, them getting bitter about what Aquaman did to them in this. Whatever the case may be, it would be nice to see more of these characters in the future. Not right away. We don't need them shoved down our throat, but it would still be nice to see more of these characters in the future. Whether or not you should get it. Aquaman issue number 4 is a good wrap-up to the first story arc of Aquaman. Is it the best of the 3 or the 4 issues that we've had? No, but it is still a very good issue. It's enjoyable, and particularly the ending is nice. Aquaman and Mera are a great team, and I want to see them stay together. A lot of people have had trouble with Aquaman and Mera trying to balance out their relationship, but Jeff Johns actually has a good handle on it, and he's shown that Mera is more of a partner to Aquaman than a sidekick or an assistant or a love interest. Although she is a love interest, she's more than just that. Kind of like how Hawk Girl is more of a partner and a love interest than just being a sidekick or just a love interest to Hawkman. She's more than just that. So I think this was handled very nicely, and it was a good issue. I am, however, going to give this a 4 out of 5 stars, mostly just because the ending was a little bit too cliche, and I would have liked to see something else done. But besides that, this was a good issue and a good wrap-up to the first story arc. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.